It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Jacksonville. It's the Raiders and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
To the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. Taken in at the 3, and he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And nothing doing. Immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. From the gun, Mayfield. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the defense will spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game. Big-time arm. 4.4 speed. So good that another quarterback prospect said to him, what's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Here's Fields. That's going to be caught by Judy. Touchdown, Jaguars! Jerry Judy from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Jags are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-0,
and it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action, Fields. This will be caught. Judy. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jerry Judy with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Bass now to send it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Jaguars continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Personal foul. Man, they got to let it play.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And they're going to get him. They bring him down and sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the side.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the Raiders have got him. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Blake. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at.
After review of play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On second down, it's Blake, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now a first carry for their fullback. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 39, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Mayfield now. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And we got to give a lot of credit here to the coaching staff on this one. Long field goals. Really long field goals. Sometimes you get a chance to have a return, as we just saw there. But that means you've had to practice that and also have the right people on the field. I think you change what you do here, don't you, Brandon?
Yeah, and the formula certainly worked. Now, you're going to have good field position anyway on the long field goal try. Now with a block and a return, they're in great shape.
Yeah, I love what they did. Instead of just having their normal field goal block unit on, it was almost like they had the punt return team on there. Faster, more agile guys on the field because the guys covering are usually the big guys, and they're not used to playing on their feet like that.
But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that should set them up well for the second half to come. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship from the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Fields now to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, it's Fields. Quick slant to Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be out of bounds. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, have the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Jerry Jeudy
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Jaguars take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out.
And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd. William Jackson with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 23. Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A.J. Brown, 67 yards.
And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A little juke, and he works free. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss. Now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Mayfield. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Let's go, baby.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Now left side on the swing pass. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here's Jacobs. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars triply in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled up.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
104 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Fields.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Fields.
Dancing to his left. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. The Jaguars are Super Bowl bound as we say goodnight, everybody.